Deep within the emerald embrace of the Amazon rainforest, veiled by a canopy so thick it seems to swallow the sun, exist cultures untouched by the modern world. They are the uncontacted tribes of South America, whispers of humanity living as they have for millennia. Their existence, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, fires our imaginations and compels us to ask, who are these people? These are not myths, but living testaments to the diversity of human experience. Their stories, though largely untold, are vital threads in the tapestry of human history. Our journey takes us into their world, a world shrouded in mystery and facing unprecedented challenges. Join me as we explore the delicate balance between protecting these isolated communities and respecting their right to remain apart. Their survival, intrinsically linked to the fate of the rainforest itself, is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. It is a story that demands our attention, our understanding, and ultimately, our action. Uncontacted tribes, also known as isolated peoples or lost tribes, are communities living without sustained contact with globalized civilization. The term uncontacted doesn't necessarily mean they are completely unaware of the outside world. It simply means they have chosen to avoid consistent, significant interaction. These groups, scattered across the Amazon basin, are primarily concentrated in Brazil and Peru. They reside in remote, densely forested regions, often in areas deliberately chosen for their inaccessibility. The Javari Valley in Brazil, for instance, is home to the highest concentration of uncontacted tribes on Earth. Their lives are intrinsically intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They are hunter-gatherers, relying on their deep knowledge of the rainforest for sustenance, medicine, and shelter. Their isolation, however, is not a sign of backwardness, but rather a deliberate choice, a way of life meticulously preserved for generations. The decision to remain isolated is often rooted in a history of tragic encounters with the outside world. Many tribes carry the scars of colonialism, disease outbreaks, and exploitation. Their isolation, therefore, is a form of self-preservation, a shield against the perceived dangers of contact. Some tribes maintain oral histories passed down through generations, recounting tales of violence and suffering inflicted by outsiders. The fear of disease is another powerful motivator. Isolated tribes lack immunity to common illnesses that we often take for granted, making even minor contact potentially catastrophic. Moreover, isolation is not merely a survival tactic. It is a way of life woven into their cultural and spiritual identity. The rainforest is not just their home. It is their church, their supermarket, their pharmacy. Their connection to the natural world runs deep, informing every aspect of their existence. And the walls close in, threats to an ancient way of life. Despite their remoteness, uncontacted tribes are facing a growing number of threats, pushing them closer to the brink. Deforestation, driven by logging, mining, and agricultural expansion, is rapidly eating away at their rainforest home. As the trees fall, so too does their way of life. Illegal gold mining, in particular, poses a grave danger. Not only does it directly destroy the environment, but it also brings with it a host of other problems, including mercury pollution, social conflict, and an influx of outsiders who often carry diseases. The encroachment of the outside world also increases the risk of forced contact, which can have devastating consequences. Diseases like influenza, measles, and even the common cold can be deadly to isolated populations with no immunity. Furthermore, contact often leads to cultural disruption, displacement, and loss of traditional knowledge. Guardians of the unknown, protecting the isolated. Recognizing the urgent need for action, governments and organizations around the world are stepping up efforts to protect uncontacted tribes. Brazil, in particular, has taken a leading role, establishing vast protected areas like the Javari Valley Indigenous Territory. These territories are designed to act as buffers, keeping outsiders out and allowing indigenous peoples to live according to their own customs and traditions. Organizations like FUNAI, Brazil's Indigenous Affairs Agency, work tirelessly to monitor these areas, prevent illegal incursions, and ensure the well-being of uncontacted tribes. However, Protecting these territories is an ongoing challenge. Understaffed and underfunded, organizations like FUNAI often find themselves outmatched by well-financed criminal networks involved in illegal logging and mining. International pressure and support are crucial to bolstering these efforts and ensuring the survival of these irreplaceable cultures.